Welcome back to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It's your host with the most. This one is going to be a bit serious in discussion. Alright, so this is a topic that is not new to SouFLoTV channel, right? Because we've been talking about returning residents getting gunned down for the longest. We've been talking about returning residents, or we've talking about expatriates who have gone overseas to live and are ready to come home after years of being overseas, and they're afraid. So this story strikes a chord, and I wanted to give the year some time to run off. If you notice, I haven't done much killy videos since the year started. So did you know that the first killing in Jamaica for 2020 possibly was a ex-police officer? And how ironic, because we just discussed this on SouFLoTV, and I said to my audience, we are in a quagmire, because Jamaica has become a place now where the gunmen are financially able, very well off, some of them are, and very well equipped with weapons that not even our soldiers and police officers have. So you send a soldier man or a policeman with a little M16 to go deal with a thing up the road, and he's getting beer 7.62s from an AK-47, 4 AK-47, pin him down. Bang, 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 bang. Gunshots for hours. I remember one gunfight lasted over an hour straight. That's how much ammunition these gunmen had. So when you're looking at it like that, you must think, man, our law enforcement officials are greatly outnumbered, not only in numbers, because I was shocked to learn that there were so many gangs in Jamaica as well, but apparently the law enforcement officials are also outnumbered in guns and bullets, right? Now, anyway, taking this one from the Observer because it's connected to the Observer, a matter of fact. Hear the story, and I'm gonna jump in every now and then and say what I have to say. So the ex-detective, corporal of police, Rickey Bailey, who would have turned 54 sometime shortly after, the day after he had been killed. He was gunned down near dawn on New Year's Day in what relatives believe could be destiny. I don't know why the hell my relatives them would have want to believe say it was my destiny to be gunned down. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, it's a tragic thing anyway. And if I saw you dead, then that was your destiny. It sounds harsh. So, Bailey, he was known as a cop who took the fight to gunmen. Left Jamaica 18 years ago for Canada after learning that he was a marked person. He was marked for death. Death threats had been sent. His father, whose name is Harold Bailey, is also the New York correspondent for the Jamaica Observer newspaper. You get that? Alright, so death threats have been made against Bailey while he was a police officer in Jamaica, and his family say, you know what, it's best for you to get up out of here because them are gonna kill you for real. Right? So, police investigation, they were investigating gunshots in the vicinity of Sabina Park Cricket Stadium in East Kingston, and they found the ex-cop suffering from multiple gunshot wounds about 5 a.m. on Melbourne Road. He was pronounced dead at the hospital, and the Corporate Communications Unit, CCU, confirmed it. Bailey, he was leaving a black and white party, which they said he had attended yearly on his visit from Alberta, Canada, where he has lived for the past 10 years. He was not robbed, none of his valuables were taken, nothing from his car or his car was taken. Somebody just walk up and put it on him. Now here's my thing. You've been getting death threats. It was to the point where you and your family felt the need to run away from the country, leave the country, go live somewhere else. Why the hell would you be back every year attending the same party every year? Do you know that even living in the United States of America, I don't drive the same way every day, go to my house? This is just for my audience members. Change up your routine, okay? Because we discuss these things over here more time, but we interject to teach as well. Change up your routine. You have some people, they do the same thing every single day. Someone is watching you, man. They taught me that in the military. Always live your life as if someone is watching. I don't care if you're the only one that's locked in a room and all the lights are off. Still move like someone is watching. You understand? Some people pull up to their driveway the same way, open the gate the same way, get out and check the mailbox the same way, then go to the door the same way. After somebody watch you do that 4, 5, 6, 7 times, your ass is grass on the 8th time. You understand? Change up the routine. Change up your routine and act like someone is watching. You have to be vigilant in these times that we living. I'm not saying be paranoid, but sometimes it helps to be paranoid a little bit. Okay? Now, my thing about this is, before I even go any further with this story, we just spoke about the police officers and they have to live in Jamaica. So you think about the average police officer now in Jamaica, right? Good or bad. The bad ones, they've decided, you know what, this ain't worth it. So I might as well side with the gunman, because the gunman done pinch me and pull me one away and say, hey, squaddy, here what? You see when my operation I run around here, so you just turn your head the next way like you know say nothing, you hear that. Because watch this. You see all your mama, you know which part your mother live in a dog. You see all your wife, you know which part she go church and where she work up the blue building up there, so you know. You see all your two little picnic them, you know which part them go school in a squad. So here what? You run with the program or you run away from here, so. This is real talk. This is reality that no one wants to face, right? So if you're going to be a police officer that you're so stand up and so against, and you're going to take the fight to the bad guys, man, you're about to be in a world of hurt. And it's going to come down to either your headbutt get lick off, or you join the program and survive. Hence the reason why there are so many corrupted police officers in Jamaica. And like I said, they don't have the proper backing, and they're measly pay, and and they're overworked. To be overworked and underpaid and underappreciated is a hell of a thing. You hear me? It is a hell of a thing. Now, anyways, moving on with the story. So, he is leaving this black and white party, which he attended annually. Come on, man. Somebody have your thing done pack already. You know what I'm saying? They know that you come to this thing annually. Now, somebody else done pinch me and pull me one away and say, SouFlo, you know, say, the one dirty police, though. I cross up some people out there, you know, and run we go Canada, you know, and then finally hold him, you know. But he's a man who never did too nice when him did in a uniform. So, I am saying what is being said, and I am reading what has been printed, but let me make this disclaimer very clear. SouFLoTV is in no way saying that this guy was a dirty police officer, and I am in no way saying he was 100% a good guy. I don't know. I am floating in the air what is out there. Okay, for conversation's sake, we are intelligent enough to pick sense out of nonsense. The family was very concerned about his safety when intelligence emerged that a hit had actually been taken out on his life. We encouraged him to leave the island, and he chose Canada, where he had gotten married and settled down, said his father, which is the elder Bailey. Some of us believe that it was his destiny, you know. It just seemed that that was the way that he was fated to go. People don't escape their destiny, his father said, unable to mask his pain and distress over losing his elderly son. This is his elder of 3 boys. The CCU said that cops took in 1 fake gun and 2 illegal firearms from the Sabina party after a patrol heard what sounded like gunshots celebrating the new year. They did not immediately connect it to the shooting of Bailey. I said that again because I know some people like to not hear what is being said. So in another twist of fate, correspondent Bailey, which is the one that works with the Observer, correspondent Bailey, the elder Bailey, he received the shocking news from his son's death as he was actually finishing up the last paragraph of a story that Jamaicans in the diaspora had expressed grave concerns about the high murder rate, which was above 1,300 in our homeland of Jamaica for 2019. Boy, may I tell you, So here he was finishing up a story, right, which is typical stuff that we talk about on SouFLoTV. And you know, I have many audience members that say, yo, SouFlo, a lot of us are ex-military, we've trained very well. Some of us are even battle tested and proven, which means we've been to combat and all this other stuff. Why don't we go home to Jamaica and form a group and do this and do that? And I tell them all the time, I have children that need me. I'm not going to play no fool. You see, if the government was with it and wanted to actually really see change and put things in place to make sure that these things were possible and we could eradicate most of what was going on, then a lot of us would be for it. But studying what's going on and what has been going on, no sir, that's a suicide mission. That's suicide. People say it all the time. SouFlo, you know, so you should go home and run for office. And yeah, okay, listen to me. Don't let people gas you up and put a battery in your back and you fill your head up with pride and talk about run for office and come to make a difference and foot boots on the ground. And many have tried and many have died. Okay, things are set a certain way, and it's set a certain way for a reason. And anybody who don't see that yet, they're blind or they don't care to see it. Okay, so the news story, which was carried in last Friday's edition of The Observer, titled Jamaican Overseas Offer to Join Fight Against Crime, said that the high murder rate was forcing many Jamaicans abroad to either rethink or to put off their plans to return home to invest in the country and to help build the country. We are ready to help. We have the expertise in several areas, and we also have access to resources, including finance and equipment. This is what former Jamaica Defense Force Captain Dr. Rupert Francis, head of the Jamaica Diaspora on Crime Intervention and Prevention Task Force, was quoted as saying. I did not even know that they had something named the Jamaica Diaspora on Crime Intervention and Prevention Task Force. Dr. Francis lamented that the diaspora has been extending its offer to help with crime fighting in Jamaica for the past 5 years, but was yet to see any type of collaboration that he believed was needed on the issue. He listed 3 prominent Jamaicans: Andrew Smalling, who is a former chief of police for the city of Lauderhill in Florida, now running for sheriff of Broward County; retired Captain Peter Whittingham, who is a former head of the homicide division of the Los Angeles Police Department, LAPD. And you have Devon Clunis, a retired chief of police for the city of Winnipeg, Canada, as people with vast experience in police and security measures who are on board to provide their services. And I can tell you, as SouFLoTV, the host of this show, that there are many more. Okay, and like I said earlier, we're talking about people that have been battle tested, joined the military, did many years in, went into these Iraq and Afghanistan, been in situations, know how to lock down a city, know how to protect the people, blah, 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 carry on, know how to execute missions properly, know how to eradicate certain issues, but are on the outside looking in and waiting. Meanwhile, mother of the slain ex-cop, Iris Thompson said, she said that the untimely death of her son, Rickey, has shattered her entire world, which of course is his mom. You know what I'm saying? Any woman lose them picnic, whether the picnic live to be 100 or not. It's heart-wrenching, I could only imagine. Not only was he my son, he was my best friend, she said. He was like a husband. He had been taking care of certain aspects of my financial needs. I am just heartbroken, depressed, and I'm finding it hard to even eat or sleep. I'm going to miss his laughs and his support. This is what his devastated mom told Sunday Observer. His dad, Harold Bailey, said that it would take a long time to get over his son's killing. Rickey's murder has blown a huge hole through my body. Every time I realize that I will not be able to talk to him again, or to just sit with him and have a drink, and to just listen to his infectious laughter, that hole just grows larger. He was one of the great conversationalists of his time, and his sense of humor was unmatched among his peers. This is like a nightmare, his father said. Retired Detective Corporal Rickey Bailey, he was born on January 6th of 1967 in Berrydale, Portland, but he grew up in Mount Regale, St. Mary, where he attended primary school before going to Richmond Secondary, now called Richmond Technical High School. He served the police force for several years, including at the Hunts Bay Police Station before migrating in 2001, and he lived in Ontario, Canada, for a short time before he moved to Calgary, where he was living up to the time of his death. Now, let me end this by saying this. If ever you have a death threat on your life and you run away from a place or take away yourself, don't go back there. Don't go back there. One person said, wow, this is just a tragic story, and it is. Can you imagine how the family feel? Yeah, we can only imagine. You know what I say? But this death thing, this murder thing, it's pretty much... do you know that at this point in history, every Jamaican either knows somebody firsthand that has been killed or knows people who have been directly affected by. So it's either first or second. There's no more steps that are 10 down the line. It's close now. It's either on your doorstep now, or it hit your neighbor's doorstep already, and you're looking over the fence wondering, rotted, I think I might door next. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what more to say. We've exhausted all options on SouFLoTV. And for the latecomers who come to this channel and say, all you do is talk about the murder them, how come you never talk about solutions? You are late. Listen to me. Go back and find the videos on the channel, because I haven't taken them down. They're still there. And you will see the amount of times that we have discussed solutions. We've done complete videos talking about solutions, weighing options, tactics and techniques that are being used in other places around the world where the conditions were much worse, that have brought conditions under control. We have suggested and suggested and suggested, and nothing has changed. Just the two simple things, like a CCTV system with way more CCTVs and central monitoring points across the island. That's one. And the second one would be the DNA, the National DNA Database. That's two. And we can start there. And of course, we have talked about many other things, like these lanes and corners. Name them off. Make them streets. The use of drones, more drones to monitor areas. You know what I'm saying? And could you imagine the drones working with, monitoring areas, working with central monitoring, CCTV stations, and all these other things combined? Of course, people always doubt everything you suggest. The people are so used to getting subpar treatment that they just doubt everything you suggest now. Nah, SouFLo, that not gonna work. Nah, that not gonna work. Everything you suggest, that not gonna work. How will we know if we don't try? If every suggestion that we put up, it's met with, that not gonna work. That not gonna work. How you know it's not gonna work? It's never been tried. There. It's been tried in many other places that were under way worse conditions, and it has worked. We will never be able to eradicate crime completely. I am well aware of this, people. Because crime happens everywhere, and it's been happening since the beginning of time. But like I always say, what we can do for sure is that we can have a way larger rate of people that are caught, tried, convicted without a doubt, and then we can implement proper punishment, a type of punishment that will make another person shiver when they think about even going down that path of life. You understand what I'm saying? I'm going to leave this one right here, man. My condolences to his family. And like I've said before, it just don't look like things are get any better, car politicians dress up in a them pretty suit and repeat the same things over and over. And the people just vote them out and vote them back in and vote in whoever they want just the same way. And it's all the same cycle going over and over and over and over again. Leave your comments in the comment section below. It's SouFLoTV. I'm out. Peace.